All right, so we are going to do, all right, so I'm on Capricorn, but looks like we're skipping Capricorn and we're going to Aquarius and then hit back on Capricorn. Okay, so what I want to say is I was picking up a lot of eights yesterday, and I feel like that was the 8 numerology, which was kind of talking about financial success. Um, People were focusing on power and ambition, and in a lot of the readings it showed up. It was like talking about a needing to kind of reassess um, what's important, but also the giving and receiving in one's personal life, okay, or even in work, for example, okay. Finding a balance between those, that was coming up. Also, what was coming up was finding a balance between the spiritual and material realms. Okay. All right, so let's get started. This is Aquarius. Let's see what comes up. All right. Okay, consequences of non-compliance can be severe and lasting. Disregard for rules disrupts order and invites conflict. Hidden legal dangers lurk and threaten your peace. Okay. So for someone, you might be dealing with an air sign, another air sign. I feel like this isn't necessarily talking, you could be dealing with a Libra, but what I feel like I'm getting here is a feeling of constraint within your work dynamic. Okay. And what is this? Okay, looks like a time bomb. I want to follow the rules we set and not be tempted to break them. I value our boundaries and know that they protect us. Okay. All right, so you might be dealing with someone who is a rule breaker, or even you might be focused on the law for some people. Okay. You might even be dealing with some energies that are trying to bring in chaos. Okay, that could be family, finances, or a connection. Okay, let's get another one. Okay. Now, if you're dealing with that tricky energy, they could be trying, you could feel like they're trying to set you up. Okay. All right. So, drawn to the deceptive allure and ignoring the hidden dangers. False promises of gain lure you into risky decisions. Masked risk presents itself as a safe bet. Okay, now gambling came up in another reading. All right, so if you're dealing with different paths and you're not sure which ones will pan out and which ones are illusions and which ones are the cups that give the prosperity at the end of the day. Okay. I feel like it's this tricky energy. Let me get another one. Okay. So what I'm getting here is, here it says self-discipline. Okay, so the other thing that was coming up was well-being. Like, are we taking care of ourselves? Because the well-being is important, because if we can keep working on our well-being as we're moving through any kind of energy, that helps us to make the right decisions. Am I getting enough rest, right? Okay, it's like it's setting the priorities. So it says stuck in a bad routine that hampers your productivity. Okay, so it's like, do we keep making the same choices, right? Can we reach in new places? Okay. And what's another one? Am I resisting change because This could be in work too. Am I resisting change on certain things, even though I'm getting messages that there needs to be a change in different sections here? Okay. What do I need to let go of? What do I need to hold on to? Um, am I relying too much on the outside world? Is there more I can do from within? By connecting to spirit, um, can I ask for more help? Can I delegate? These are all things that you might be asking. Okay. Oh, Oktoberfest. I got Oktoberfest. So if you're, um, there's something about Germany here in Oktoberfest. Okay. Um, there may be some sort of contract with that. Okay. Relationship strain caused by codependency and conflict. Okay. So sometimes if you are a receiver of all kinds of abundance, ask yourself, where can I give back? Okay. And it doesn't have to be in monetary or material. Okay. It could be sentimental gifts. Okay. Um, now, there could be a family member that's getting married here. Okay. That's for someone. Okay. Hi, Kitty. Thank you. Okay, so let's get tarot. Let me see what all this is on top of that. Okay. So when this contract comes, let's ask that. What's happening here? Okay. I'm getting, it may come in fast, but pay attention to the details and the fine print. Don't rush into it. If you need an extra day or need a translator or need more assistance in making the right decision, pull in your team. Okay. Talk to them about it if you can trust them. Okay. Or certain people. Let's see. What is this? Four of Swords reversed. Okay, so see, that was coming up. If you can take time to pause and take care of your well-being in your every single day, okay, as you're moving about, you will make better decisions in your work life, love life, family life. Yeah, see? Okay. This is like feeling overburdened and having a lot of responsibilities and feeling like you don't have enough energy. Sometimes if you move too fast, right, towards something without taking that pause, then it's like making hasty decisions. We're trying to avoid that here. Yeah, oh my God. How do they do that? Yeah, so take time when you need it, go within, and rest and recuperate when you need it. If you're not sleeping well, clear your mind through, this may be needing to have some solitary time. Okay. And if you have a partner, you could say, I just need like 30 minutes, on my own, something like that for someone. Just let them know. Because I feel like there's people back here wanting to help, but you want the solitude. Okay. Yeah. See, okay. So this is a little bit of needing to take time before you take any kind of spontaneous action is what I'm getting here. Okay. All right. So once we do that and feel better about ourselves and our energy and clear our minds, then we'll know which direction to go into. Okay. There's a lot of stars in this. Okay. All right, but there's a potential here for a new beginning. This is like feeling like free and liberated is what I'm getting here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So for some of you, you may have been dealing with somebody who is spontaneous and doing things, but really didn't think out some things. Okay. Could be a fire sign for someone. Okay. Could be a Gemini, um, a Virgo energy with this Magician card, Mercury. Okay. But that's telling me take time for health and well being. Okay. All right. So, and I feel like you could feel frisky and free again if you would just take the time for self. Okay. Okay. So, oh, the tower. There was some tower in France. I think they were. What was that? Was that a remodeling or something? A restoration. Maybe you got an invitation and didn't go to that or something. Yeah, because you just had too many buns in the oven. Okay, too many buns in the oven. Okay, so you didn't go to that. Well, what are their regrets about that? 5, 6, 7. No, I feel like you made the right choice. You're listening to your own energy. 5, 6, 7. Now, for some of you, this is saying if you keep ignoring your health and well being and don't incorporate that in your everyday, every week, then that could bring you a tower situation. Now, for some of you, this tower situation was in the past. And if that's the case, then they're saying, which was something that was very disruptive. And if that's the case, they're saying that defend your position here. Okay. They could be having some kind of funky energy. Okay, if they're the Magician reverse, some kind of funky energy going on here. Now, it could be someone you knew had a tower also here for someone. Okay, if that's the case, they're busy defending their position here. What about that? Okay. Okay, so they're being viewed by the outside world as doing like okay, so this is like kind of revealing the secrets, and some people are seeing that as not so positive. Okay, by revealing secrets of the unknown. Okay, well, Aquarius, do what you do. Okay, this is like unapologetic energy. I would just do what you do, right? Okay. All right, this is wanting to bring back balance and stability. Now, for some of you, could be dealing with an air sign or a fire sign here. Okay, but this is wanting to bring back balance and stability and new, instead of repeating cycles, wanting to build, heal something and build from that. Okay. Now, let's see. So this person, the Taurus thing, could be like someone from that's a Sagittarius or yeah, or fire sign. I'm getting okay for someone. Okay. Okay. Now what is this? 3 of Swords reverse. Okay. So you might know somebody that's going through some struggles here. Okay. And if you feel like for you, your ships aren't coming in and you feel like just throwing out all the buns in the oven, yeah, that's what feeling like, oh, there are some things that were held up and delayed. Let me see that. could be money or things that were supposed to come to help you. Could be job supplies and things like that for someone. Okay. But some plans could have been held up due to everyone has a different schedule here. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Okay. Capricorn energy. So Sagittarius with Capricorn energy person. Okay. They could be dealing with heartbreak too about, okay, if they have a partner, there could have been some terrible things that were said about their partner. Okay. What is that? Let me get this deck. What is that? So they're dealing with, I would call that the outside world funky stuff. Okay. Let's see. What is that? Trying to work through some of that. Oh my God. Temperance reverse. Yeah. It's like something is bugging them about that. Okay, but it's not going to last forever. Okay, there's a time limit on that one. Okay, but they are going to bounce back into their natural self, which is joy, harmony, fulfillment, and happy life, family life. So, you know, sometimes it's like someone said something about a kid online or something like that, or a partner. It's that kind of energy, but it's going to, it'll come back. Okay, but there is this funky energy here. Capricorn energy. So there could be some energy that's harnessing that Capricorn energy, as in the devilish kind of energy that is trying to harm. Okay. Okay, so that's what I was saying. Burnout and feeling overwhelmed. I don't feel like shirking responsibilities here, but it's the feeling of like just wanting to throw everything out, lack of effort. I don't feel like that it has anything to do with you. Okay, but okay, the procrastination energy could be anyone who has like an Aquarius Pisces cusping energy, and there could be a feeling of wanting to kind of take your time. And if you're a Pisces here and you haven't felt all that positive, I feel like the message here is Spirit sees what you're doing, and so I feel like they're helping you here. Okay, all the good that you're doing. Okay, the key is not to stay too long in that hermit energy. Okay, the key is to do what you need to do to take care of self, and even delegate or what you need to do to feel less burden, and then make the choices and move. Yeah, the key is, again, it's repeating again, not to make impulsive, reckless, aggressive decisions without really thinking about the direction and what you're doing. Now, for example, if it's war, it would be really consider what strategies you're using and where, okay, have you thought all the pathways out? Okay, am I being honest with myself? There's someone here that's going to face their consequences of their action. That is your opposition, this Chariot reversed. Okay, they're going to face their consequences. If they came at you, they're going to have to face their consequences. It's going to come back. They even feel a little guilty about this opposition energy if they did something to you. Okay. All right, so they've been dealing with that. Okay. And the thing is, you can't stop. That's what I have. You have to keep going. I feel like you have a lot of people depending on you, and that's what the overwhelming feeling is. Okay, and it could be for some of you like lots of kids or lots of animals or yeah, that kind of energy. Okay, now like finding the balance between relying on the outside and also relying on your spirit and your spirit team. Okay. But I feel like this is saying that you're going to be able to kind of, anyone that has been doing something to go against you, you're going to be able to thwart it, right? Okay. If someone's been trying to oppress some sort of energy, that's going to be released. Sometimes you have to learn how to say no. Okay. But what this reverse also tells me, this is my extra selfish card. So what this reverse tells me is that perhaps you've been putting yourself on the back burner. Okay. That's what that tells me also. Okay. For someone. All right. Now let's go back to these cards. And someone even might actually, your opposition might end up in jail. That might be their fear. Doing something shady. All right, now, Three of Cups. Okay, so this is telling me that whatever you planned, you're headed in the right direction. But remember to take love wherever you go. This is tea time. Now, the British have several tea times. They have, like, I think a morning, afternoon, late afternoon, or evening. I don't know. You'd have to look it up, but that might be significant, okay? Or maybe, like, offer tea to somebody. I like to offer some kind of tea to someone. All right, anyway. Okay. All right, so here's the Hierophant. Okay, so this could be acknowledgement, to give you acknowledgement that you could be in a religious field or some field that has lots of discipline, politics. You could be in a political field. Okay, now for some of you, this is meaning don't do anything crazy. It's like try to stick to the conventional while still making the changes. Okay, so okay, yeah, this message is coming through here. It's like wherever you go, take the love. Okay. And if you feel like you feel like the potential for the happy ending got buried away somewhere and there's no movement towards that with that Chariot reverse, it is coming in. Okay. The Venus energy. What else is here? What is that? Ace of Cups. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is beautiful. Okay, so whatever position you're in, I feel like there's a big improvement here. But again, it's like finding that perfect balance, right? Self-discipline, um, love, communication. All right, what is this? Okay, this is Eight of Cups reversed. Okay, if there's somebody, whether it's a friend, family, co-worker, you think that they fell out of the picture, they're returning. Okay. Okay. Can we get another one on that? The main thing is to always, if you're in a competitive world, always reach for that healthy competition. Okay. Think healthy. Okay, so there is some kind of funky energy also that might be trying to lurk and come in here. Um, but the key here is to be light about it as much as you can. Okay, and this is like that kind of um, curious energy. Communicate. Youthful. This is like I'm getting a youthful, curious energy that has good way, a positive way to communicate. And there is this other energy that may be trying to come and do the opposite of that, is what I'm getting here. So let me see that. It's an air sign. Okay. If you think this opposition one is doing great and all that, they're masking their emotions. Okay, that's what's going on there. And they've thought about connecting with you and being light and free, but they're in some kind of, what is that? Yeah, they feel like they can't move. What is that? Now, for someone, this is a family member or family members, sisters, that you don't communicate well with, and you've dreamed about having a good relationship with them. That's for someone. Okay. Now, if it's that funky person back there, they feel like their world is not moving like they want it to. It feels like going backwards. That's what it feels like to them. Okay, and for you, if this is a war thing, that's good news for you. Oh God. Okay. All kinds of things are flowing in and out. Okay, I'm just trying to pick what I can. Okay, so let's see. Okay, now what I'm getting also here is um, they can't seem to hold on to their finances. Okay, and it's causing them to feel insecure. Okay, let me get a card on that. Okay, this is someone with money insecurities. Okay. Okay, it tells me that if they could emotionally bring themselves to a good feeling place, then they would, when spirit lights up new pathways, they would be able to see it. Okay. But this is you having success. Okay. In connections. Okay. Celebration, friendship, communion, creativity. And that's the key. If you feel good and your well-being and is good, like in a good place, and you feel whole, then creativity is comes naturally. Okay. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Success and prosperity lies ahead. What new financial opportunity is presenting itself? Okay. New beginnings, material prosperity, abundance, and manifestation opportunities. Okay. So, if there are promises made about money coming in, let me have that card. The key is to not focus mentally too much on that. It's like look at